All right, let's try this again. All right, let's try this again. I know it's late. I know it's real late. I tried to go live a little earlier. I felt like, bleh. I feel a little nauseous. I still don't feel the greatest, but I want to stream because I haven't streamed in a bit. So we're going to jump back into Wuthering Waves tonight. Real quick, couple things. I haven't. Thanks, Rights. I appreciate it. I haven't been on the last couple of days because Monday I lost one of my pets, so that was a rough day, and my foot was giving me a fit, so I didn't feel like streaming. I was going to stream last night, but my foot literally kept me up all night, Monday night, so I didn't get to stream last night because I just didn't feel like it because I was so tired and so drained, so I just took a break. So I did go to the doctor yesterday. They did tell me that I was going to be out for at least 2 more weeks, at least. They're sending me to a podiatrist, and I had to have an MRI done. They actually put me in an air cast boot, not just a boot, but like an actual air cast that I have to keep pumped up, and I have to sleep in it. And this thing weighs like a ton, so it's very, very uncomfortable. But I'm just ready for some relief. So I've been filling out paperwork. Heaven forbid, God bless you all if you ever have to go out on medical leave. Rights has been out on medical leave. I've been out for medical leave, but it's like buying a house. You have to go through so many hoops, filling out short-term disability and FMLA paperwork. That cost me $70, $35 a piece, just to have those files made out for me. So every time you turn around, it's money, money, money. MRI is going to be $800. My emergency room bill alone for going to the emergency room and not getting admitted is $500. So it adds up. But we are going to stream tonight, and then hopefully the remainder of the week we can jump back into some more Dead by Daylight with Muckaduck and Rights and play some Dead by Daylight hopefully this weekend. We're going to start this recap all over again. I'll go through it really quickly, just to get Rights and then caught back up and to get you guys caught back up as well. So just give me about 10-15 minutes, and then I know Rights is wanting to check out Wuthering Waves. So we're going to play. We'll play as long as we can. We'll try to make it a longer stream. I've been staying up pretty late anyway. It's because I can't sleep. So we'll go as long as we can, and we'll go as long as my foot allows me to. So with that being said, Chapter 2, Prologue, Through the Sea Thou Break. Peace had finally returned to the Black Shores. After everything had transpired with the Tethys system, the endless alarms and desperate battles had given way to an unfamiliar calm. The artificial sea shimmered beneath the quiet sky, and for the first time, in what felt like an eternity, there was a chance to simply breathe. That peace, however, would not last long because a message had arrived from the shorekeeper. She asked Rover to return to the Black Shores as soon as possible. Her tone was gentle as always, but there was an unmistakable sense of urgency behind her words. She had discovered something concerning Abby and believed it couldn't wait. When Rover arrived, Shorekeeper was working alone, quietly playing a melody. She welcomed Rover with a warm smile, explaining that music had become another way for her to express herself, a lesson she had learned from Rover. It was a brief, peaceful moment before the conversation turned toward the real reason she had called him back. Abby's condition had changed. Over time, Shorekeeper had detected the subtle fluctuations within Abby's frequency. At first, they were almost impossible to notice, but with careful observation, the pattern became clear. Abby's resonance was weakening. Although Abby had tried to hide it with jokes and stubborn confidence, the little echo had already realized something was wrong, fearing that whatever was happening might, one day, endanger Rover. Abby had quietly sought Shorekeeper's help. Searching through the vast archives of the Tethys system led Shorekeeper to an extraordinary discovery, a hidden record, one that remained completely inaccessible until the Tethys system was restored. Taking Rover's hand, Shorekeeper allowed the forgotten memory to unfold. Standing before Rover was a familiar face, their own, or rather, the Rover who had existed long before their memories were erased. Past Rover explained that after becoming chief steward of the Black Shores, they had deliberately erased nearly every trace of their own existence from history. They knew that one day they would awaken again without those memories, becoming a new version of himself who had once traveled the world of Solaris 3. This message was never meant to answer every question. Instead, it served as a beacon left for the future. Past Rover revealed only one crucial piece of guidance: seek Imperator. Long ago, they had forged a pact with Renacita's Sentinel. If Rover wished to continue the journey and uncover this truth surrounding Abby, that was where the next answers awaited. The vision faded, leaving Rover and Shorekeeper alone once again. Shorekeeper explained that the message had remained hidden until the corruption within the Tethys was finally resolved. She believed its appearance now was no coincidence. According to the Tethys calculations, Renacita offered the greatest hope for stabilizing Abby's weakening frequency. Known as the Land of Echoes, Renacita had developed extraordinary knowledge concerning echoes and beings that possessed physical forms. If anyone could explain Abby's mysterious nature, it would likely be Imperator itself. As if anticipating Rover's arrival, another opportunity had already appeared. Shorekeeper presented an elegant invitation sealed by the prestigious Montelli family. The Carnival, Renacita's greatest festival, was about to begin. The Montellis invited Rover to attend as their honored guest, providing access to accommodations and funds through Alvarado Bank upon arrival. More importantly, the festival temporarily relaxed Raguna's normally strict travel restrictions, making it the perfect opportunity to enter the nation without drawing unwanted attention. Yet Shorekeeper also shared another mystery. Ever since the Thenodian awakened in Jinzu, unusual frequency disturbances had appeared across much of Solaris 3, everywhere except Renacita, and the Black Shores could not explain why. Perhaps Imperator could. When Shorekeeper offered to open a portal directly to Renacita, Rover gently refused. Such an undertaking would consume valuable computational resources that protected the Black Shores. There was no need to burden Shorekeeper for something as simple as travel. Accepting Rover's decision, Shorekeeper instead arranged transportation through Alto. With a final farewell, she promised to remain behind, watching over the Black Shores until we return. At the docks, Rover found Alto exactly as expected. He was in the middle of arguing with one of the tiny Q robots over funding and equipment, while the poor machine desperately searched for an excuse to escape the conversation. That moment Rover arrived, Alto's attention shifted immediately. He proudly revealed the vessel prepared for the journey. It was small, very small indeed. Alto insisted appearances were deceiving. His little craft was state-of-the-art technology acquired from the new Fed World Expo, perfectly suited for discreet travel across dangerous waters. Before departure, he offered one final piece of advice. The people of Raguna regarded their sentinel almost as a living god. Churches, customs, rituals, even ordinary conversation were revealed around Imperator. If Rover wished to blend in, the safest approach was simple. When in Raguna, do as the Ragunis do. Before boarding, Rover also found a field report left by another balloon bearer stationed in Renacita. Much of it read like practical travel advice, warning newcomers about the treacherous, stormy sea, mysterious tacit discords lurking beneath its waters, and the overwhelming influence of the Order of the Deep. Other sections were considerably less serious. Among the warnings was one surprisingly passionate instruction: never put crown apple on raguzzi pizza. Apparently, some cultural traditions were not open to debate. With preparations complex, Rover boarded Alto's vessel and departed the Black Shores. It's kind of funny because a lot of people here doesn't think we should put pineapple on pizza. Now, I like pineapple on pizza. Other people disagree, but I love some good pineapple on pizza, especially Hawaiian pizza with pizza, ham, and the pineapple. Man, they go so good together. making my mouth water just thinking about it. Chat, what do you think? Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes or no? If you say yes, great. If you say no, you're banned. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hmm. The voyage began peacefully. The islands gradually disappeared behind layers of mist as the sea grew quieter with every passing mile. Abby floated beside Rover uneasily. Something about the fog felt wrong. Then a massive shadow moved beneath the water. It was unlike anything Rover had ever encountered. Before they could react, the enormous creature surged upward from the depths. Just as disaster seemed inevitable, another ship burst through the mist. A lone swordsman leaped into action with the confidence of an actor taking center stage. With remarkable skill and even greater flair, he drove the creature away before introducing himself with an exaggerated bow. His name was Brant. His name was Brant, captain of the troop of fools. He welcomed Rover and Abby aboard his ship without hesitation. As they spoke, Brant explained that the enormous creature beneath the waves was known as Cetus the Tiebreaker, a gentle giant that normally poses no threat. Whatever had caused its aggression was deeply unusual. Abby, meanwhile, insisted the creature must smelled of sadness and danger. Brant found Abby endlessly entertaining. Abby found Brant impossibly dramatic. It was the beginning of an unusual and, of course, unlikely friendship. As the journey continued, Brant enthusiastically described the Carnival. Once every 10 years, Isle of Renacita gathered to celebrate through music, theater, masquerades, and grand performances. At the festival's climax, the Sentinel impersonator bestowed the laurel upon the finest performer. No ordinary citizen can meet the Sentinel directly, but the laureate was said to hear the Imperator's voice. Before Rover could ask more questions, the sea changed once again. The fog thickened. Wave-worn energy spread across the water, and of course, tacit discords emerged from the mist and attacked the ship. Without hesitation, Rover joined Brant and his crew and defended the vessel, while Brant skillfully guided the ship through the storm. Working together, they successfully repelled the attackers. Once calm returned, Brant encouraged Rover to explore the liner while the voyage continued. There, Rover encountered the troop's extraordinary companions. A gentle giant echo named Lario greeted them with childlike enthusiasm. Hidden inside what appeared to be an ordinary wooden crate rested the troop's quiet first mate, Rosia, who shyly offered Rover one of her treasured coins as a greeting. The troop of fools lived exactly as their name suggested, freely, joyfully, treating every day as another performance. Eventually, the dense fog gave way to sunlight. In the distance stood the towering lighthouse of Dawn. Ragunna had finally come into view. Brant docked the ship, but explained that the troop would make their official entrance later, with all the spectacle the carnival deserved. Abby, exhausted by the strange fog, had fallen asleep and missed the arrival entirely. Brant assured Rover that the echoes often recovered naturally after prolonged exposure to the mysterious mist, before wishing them good fortune. With that, the troop of fools departed. Stepping onto Renacita's shores for the first time, Rover immediately witnessed a solemn ceremony. Pilgrims boarded a vessel known as the Pilgrim's Sail, while members of the Orders of Deep offered prayers and blessings. One man, Andreas, openly questioned the Order's teachings, bitterly mocking the idea of redemption. However, before the situation escalated, a courteous playwright named Cristoforo stepped in. Introducing himself politely, he explained that he had come to witness the ceremony in a search of inspiration for his latest play. According to Cristoforo, the Pilgrim's Sail was born from an ancient legend. Long ago, the Sentinel's most devout followers ventured into the unknown in hopes of reaching the Promised Land and hearing the Imperator's guidance directly. If Rover lingered to speak with him further, Cristoforo shared another perspective. Not everyone aboard those ships traveled willingly. Some were labeled fools by Raguna's laws. Whether their stories ended in redemption or tragedy, that, he mused, depended entirely on who was telling the tale. Leaving the mysterious playwright behind, Rover approached one of Raguna's famous gondolas. To Abby's astonishment, the boat itself was also an echo. The gondolier explained that throughout Raguna, echoes and humans lived side by side in harmony. Traveling by gondola, traveling by gondola was simply part of everyday life. Upon arriving at the city's entrance, customs officially briefly stopped Rover after discovering Abby's reserved terminal. Only after Rover presented the Montelli family's invitation did their attitude immediately change. Recognizing Rover as an honored guest, they welcomed them into Raguna. Before the inspection concluded, a young acolyte stepped forward, and she introduced herself as Phoebe, kind, patient, and far more approachable than the other officials. Phoebe apologized for the inconvenience and explained that the additional security measures had been implemented because of the approaching Carnival. With a welcoming smile, she offered to personally escort Rover into the city. As the great gates of Raguna opened, Rover crossed into the land of echoes for the very first time. Their search for answers had finally begun. With the towering gates of Raguna now open before them, Rover stepped into the heart of Renacita for the very first time. The city was unlike anywhere they had traveled before. Elegant stone bridges arched gracefully over shimmering canals, where gondola echoes ferried travelers from one district to another. Marble buildings reached toward the clear blue sky, their balconies overflowing with flowers of each color. Music drifted through the streets as merchants prepared for the upcoming Carnival, decorating storefronts with vibrant banners while citizens hurried about with excited anticipation. The city felt peaceful, refined, and alive. Phoebe smiled as she watched Rover quietly take in the sights. Welcome to Raguna. She explained that this city stood as the heart of Renacita, a nation whose people had lived alongside echoes for generations. Unlike the lands Rover had visited before, echoes here were not merely tools or dangerous creatures to be feared. They had become companions, workers, protectors, and even trusted friends. Humans and echoes have built the civilization together, each relying on the other to prosper. As they walked deeper into the city, Phoebe suggested making one brief stop before attending the Montelli family's invitation. There was somewhere every visitor should see. She led Rover toward the Genesis Nexus. Standing at its center was an immense monument unlike any resonance Nexus Rover had encountered before. Ancient architecture surrounded it, blending seamlessly with the elegant streets of Raguna. Citizens passed respectfully, many pausing for a quieter prayer before continuing on their way. It symbolized the beginning of Renacita. Long ago, according to the nation's history, the Sentinel Imperator guiding humanity through an age of unimaginable hardship. Under Imperator's protection, scattered survivors united, founding the civilization that will one day become Raguna. Every district, every canal, every cathedral, every celebration, all trace their origins back to the Sentinel's guidance. To the people of Renacita, Imperator was more than a guardian. Imperator was the foundation upon which their entire nation had been built. Phoebe spoke with quiet reverence, but not with blind fanaticism. To her, these stories were simply history, truths passed down through generations that every child in Raguna grew up learning. As Rover listened, memories of the shorekeeper's words returned. Seek Imperator. The message left behind by the former self had pointed them here for a reason. If answers about Abby truly existed, they were somewhere within the city, and perhaps within the Sentinel itself. Leaving the Genesis Nexus behind, Phoebe continued guiding Rover through Raguna's bustling streets. The closer they became to the city center, the larger the crowds became. Performers rehearsed elaborated dances for the carnival. Musicians filled the air with lively melodies, while artisans carefully painted ornate masks, destined to be worn during the grand festival. Everywhere Rover looked, there was evidence that the entire city was preparing for a celebration unlike any other. Eventually, the streets opened into a vast public gathering place. This, Phoebe announced with a gentle smile, is Liberty Square. The square served as the beating heart of Ragusa. Citizens gathered here to socialize, conduct business, enjoy performances, and celebrate together. Ground fountains sparkled beneath the afternoon sun, while echoes worked alongside people without hesitation, reinforcing everything Phoebe had explained about Renacita's unique harmony. For a brief moment, it was easy to believe the city knew nothing about peace. Yet Rover couldn't help remembering the violent disturbance at sea. Sita's unexpected aggression, the strange frequency anomaly storekeeper had mentioned, somewhere beneath Ragusa's beautiful surface, something wasn't quite right. Phoebe soon redirected Rover's attention to the practical matters at hand. The Montelli family had anticipated Rover's arrival well in advance. Their invitation included accommodations, travel expenses, and access to funds waiting at Alvarado Bank. Before anything else, they would need to stop there to collect anything prepared for their story. With that, the two left Liberty Square behind and made their way toward one of Ragusa's most prestigious institutions. Excuse me, one of Ragusa's most prestigious institutions. And the reason I like doing these recaps is Rights has never tuned in to Wuthering Waves before, and a lot of you all that are tuning in probably have never seen any of Wuthering Waves before at all either. So this is just to give you all a little bit of backstory. That way you guys aren't jumping in blind and being like, oh, who's this? Who's that? Who's this? Who's that? What's going on? So this is just to kind of give you guys a rundown, a long rundown, and a recap of what's happened and where I am in the story. Of course, y'all can always go back on my Twitch and YouTube and check out the full-length VOD if you want to see the combat and gameplay, as well as all the dialogue and cutscenes. This is just to give you guys a long rundown and kind of tying up some loose ends for you. So after setting into Ragusa, Rover's investigation into the strange disturbances surrounding the city continued. Reports of missing echoes and increasingly unusual behavior led Rover to reunite with Zani, whose own investigation pointed toward a man named Gilberto. The pair soon learned that members of the Visalia family had been near Whisperwind Haven, where echoes had been mysteriously disappearing. While searching for leads, Rover crossed paths with the enigmatic playwright Cristoforo once again, still searching for inspiration to complete his play about the Blessed Maiden. He shared what little he knew before directing Rover toward the area where the missing echoes had last been seen. So what began as a simple investigation quickly turned dangerous as echoes, seemingly stripped of their senses, attacked without warning. Rover subdued the corrupted creatures only to discover they bore signs of having their frequencies manipulated, much like the Vitrium dancers encountered earlier in Ragusa. The investigation took another turn when Phoebe arrived, searching for an echo that had vanished from the Order's care. Comparing their discoveries, Rover and Phoebe realized that the incidents were connected. The evidence pointed toward Gilberto, whose actions were not only, the evidence pointed toward Gilberto, whose actions were not only suspicious, but sacrilegious in the eyes of the Order. Determined to uncover the truth, the group followed the trail left behind the frightened echo. Their pursuit eventually cornered Gilberto, who had fallen into a fanatical devotion. Wielding mysterious, loquacious flowers, he transformed nearby echoes into violent, tacit discords and forced Rover into battle. Though defeated, Gilberto refused to abandon his beliefs, proclaiming a chilling prophecy. Lorelei would one day command the sea of clouds to swallow Raguna, sparing only those deemed faithful. His words hinted that an even greater force was manipulating events behind the scenes. With Gilberto captured, Zanny and Phoebe remained behind the scene to secure him, while Rover continued along toward the Sea of Clouds, where reports suggested an anomaly had appeared at the Nimbus Sanctum. There, Rover encountered masked followers devoted to Lorelei. They preached that every person in Raguna wore a mask that concealed their true selves, insisting that only Lorelei could free them from their hidden desires. Their cryptic teachings revealed that something far more organized than simple fanaticism had taken root with Renacita. As Rover explained the ancient sanctuary, they uncovered clues tied to the forgotten legend and the Blessed Maiden. A sealed path could only be opened through an ancient churl, and Phoebe recalled the long forgotten area of the Blessed Maiden. Her song dispelled the barrier, allowing the group to venture deeper into the ruins, where Lorelei herself finally appeared. Lorelei revealed that she was not merely an ordinary being. She had once been a mindless creature before Imperator bestowed upon her both a soul and a sacred duty to restrain the Sea of Clouds and preserve the remnant energy contained within it. Although Rover hoped Lorelei could arrange a meeting with the Sentinel, she admitted that she lacked the authority to contact Imperator directly. Deeper within the ancient deeper within the ancient ruins, Rover met Carlota, whose own investigation exposed the growing political conflict consuming Renacita. She explained that control over the echoes had become a struggle of power between influential families and the Order of the Deep. According to Carlota, cannot read. According to Carlota, whoever controlled echoes controlled the future of the nation, and hidden alliances with outside forces threatened to reshape Renacita itself. Together, Rover and Carlota examined ancient stone tablets and reconstructed damaged stained glass that preserved a forgotten prophecy. The relic spoke of a single divinity that had been torn apart by the relic spoke of a single divinity that had been torn apart by competing beliefs, a catastrophe that gave birth to the curse known as the Dark Tide. They foretold the coming of an enlightened one, a maiden crowned with the golden laurel, who would commune with the divinity and one day restore it to its true form, bringing an end to Renacita's suffering. As the investigation drew to a close, the ruins erupted with new danger. Powerful tacit discords descended upon the group, forcing Rover into another desperate battle. When the fighting finally ended, a familiar voice emerged from the mist. It was Rosia, accompanied by her faithful companion, Pero. She revealed that Brant had ventured alone into the Sea of Clouds to rescue those trapped within its dangerous fog and had not returned. Fearing the worst, Rosia prepared to search for him herself, entrusting Rover with a special device capable of masking their frequency and driving back the tacit discords lurking in the mist. With Brant's fate uncertain and the mysteries surrounding the Sea of Clouds deepening, Rovers set their sights on the next stage of the journey. As the investigation reached a temporary pause, Carlota led Rover back through the lively streets of Raguna. The city bustled with anticipation as preparations for the carnival continued in every corner. Music echoed across the canals, colorful decorations fluttered overhead, and citizens eagerly awaited the celebration that would soon begin. Despite the festive atmosphere, Rover's thoughts remained fixed on everything they had learned, the mysteries surrounding Lorelei, the unsettling truths hidden beneath Renacita's history, and the growing feeling that much larger events were already in motion. Eventually, Carlota brought Rover to an elegant building overlooking the city, the Pelosa Agrotto Hotel. She explained that the accommodations had already been arranged through the Montelli family and that Rover would be able to rest before continuing the investigation. Rover stood before the hotel's grand entrance, taking the impressive architecture as the lights of Ragusa reflected across the nearby canals. With a deep breath, he prepared to step inside. So that is where we are going to get started tonight. We have just arrived at the hotel, and the carnival takes place tomorrow. We're in the morning, so after we get some sleep, we will see what the carnival holds. This was not a full recap, so I did skip around. I didn't want to spoil anything. But that is just to give you a rundown on where we are. There's some immersive boss fights and stuff that happened that you all can go back and check out on my stream from a couple of weeks ago. Oh, also, before I get started, I did have somebody come in Steam last night and was calling me and riots and mucking up trash on DVD. I guess they was a killer and didn't kill us, and they said we had an easy 4K. Well, he ended up cussing me, and I banned him, or not banned him, I blocked him on Steam. But then he kept on getting in Discord and was harassing me in Discord. So for now, I took off the invitation link for Discord on my Twitch. I'll post it later down the road. And I've also gotten my moderation settings up pretty high. Right now, you guys cannot communicate with me unless you have a verified phone number and email address. And you can't follow me unless you have a verified phone number and email address. And also, the moderation for chatting is highly increased too. I'll keep it that way until this weekend, and then we'll go from there. Rights is a moderator. She's the only one that I have, though. So if you guys are trying to follow me and you can't, I do apologize. I know it's going to make you all wait 10 minutes to chat. So I do apologize about that. You don't have to follow me right now, though. Just sit back and relax and enjoy the stream. I'm just letting you guys know I just increased my security settings. For now, I don't want people coming here and trying to start a bunch of drama. So. You're about to start a long quest line. Your progress will be interrupted and saved if you leave the designated area during the quest. When you return, you can resume this quest from the last checkpoint.
Welcome. Lady Carlotta already notified us of your arrival. We are prepared to check you in whenever you're ready.
I would like to rest now.
Very well. I'll escort you to your room immediately.
Wow! Is this real? Pinch me! I can't believe how different everything looks. So this is the carnival, huh? Yeah. Can't wait to explore. Oh, by the way, it's been a while since we last saw Zani and Phoebe. Wonder what they're up to right now.
All right, let's go. should also keep an eye out for anything unusual along the way.
Is the order ready yet? Yeah, I was about to say, I have been waiting quite a while. Miss Margarita, is the order ready yet? Yeah, I was about to say, I have been waiting quite a while.
Sorry, we're swamped with orders. Becky and I are doing our best, but it's a bit chaotic. Becky seems to be having some issues too.
No need to worry. Let me take a look. Ah, I see. Becky is just a bit overloaded with all the work. It might need a short break. Oh, good morning, my friend.
Maybe you need to put down your work and enjoy the carnival.
I'd love to, really. Look, see this mask? However, it's crystal clear to me that keeping things running smoothly is a top priority right now. Lady Carlotta has already briefed me on your plan. Along with the other family members, you can count on my full support.
Miss Margarita, is the order ready yet?
No. You have dialogue that you can choose, but no, it's not a making decisions like game. No. And the dialogue don't really do anything. It just changes what you reply. But no, it's not like a choose your own adventure game or anything like that. Since they're wearing their mask, I'm going to put my mask on too. If I can find my mask. No, I ain't worried about my mask. Actually, yeah, I do want my mask. I want my mask. Okay. I found it. Well, I thought I found it. I want my mask. It's going to upset me. Where's my mask? So it's under quest items. It's not showing up. I know I have one. Check valuables. Aha, haha, there it is. There we go.
Sure.
There, now I have my mask on.
Miss Margarita, is the order ready yet?
Well, I did have it on.
Sure.
Miss Margarita,
Okay,
is the order
well,
ready yet?
it ain't working. You all see me putting it on. Okay, anyway, we ain't worried about it.
Is that Seamoss from the Pioneer Association? Something seems off. Why does he look sad?
Seamoss has been so busy taking photos for everyone else that he hasn't had the chance to take any himself. Hmm? You want a picture with me? But...
I'd like to capture this moment.
Oh, hello. Well, thank you. Yes, a photo would be wonderful.
Rover and Lady Phoebe! I've been capturing the Carnival's many beautiful moments. What brings you all together here? You took this picture? Look at that composition and lighting. Who knew you had a knack for photography? Buddy, you look so happy. Whatever the reason, thanks for making this moment special.
It's all thanks to Rover. He fulfilled Seamoss's wish. Just like us, Seamoss wants to savor every moment of the Carnival and leave with no regrets.
Why not join us in the celebration?
The Sentinel cherishes their people, and as followers, we find joy in witnessing everyone's happiness. But we have our duties, ensuring order during the Carnival. I'm sorry, I can't join in the festivities. I wish you a wonderful time at the Carnival.
Here's another Seamoss. You scrutinize his appearance, trying to pinpoint the differences. Oh, did you block his lens? This gentleman shakes his body, signaling you are positioned just right. He then projects his Echo friends and invites you to join in on their performance. With more pressing matters at hand, you kindly refuse his offer. Maybe next time. Having just finished their dance, the two Echo actors are already preparing for the next performance. The dedicated duo bows to you, a gesture of welcome, like a rose bending to greet the morning dew. Welcome.
you're here.
It's quite lively.
For the Ragganese, the Carnival has always been an occasion to revel with abandon. It's what they truly desire. The family is prepared. They'll support our plan should the need arise. We must remain vigilant. The Fraxidus may be lurking, observing our every move. It's nearly time. The troops should be arriving at the harbor shortly. How do you feel? Ready to step into the spotlight?
I couldn't be more ready.
Excellent. We have the skills. Now it's all about improvisation. The time has come. Let's go. Let's celebrate together.
When freedom is unchecked, the insidious evil of division takes root. People of the Sentinel, do not lose yourselves in these fleeting pleasures. Remember what unites us all.
What is that? Friends! Why lead a life of restraints? Why not live like there's no tomorrow? High walls fall fast. All you free spirits, join us to set sail again!
That woman. She's with the Fraxidus. I need to follow her and find out what she's planning.
Right this way.
I would tell you this game's got one of the best freaking soundtracks I've ever heard in a game.
I've lost her again. Where is she trying to lead me?
We've arrived. Such a small world, isn't it?
I remember you.
Oh, what an honor to be remembered. Let's continue our conversation somewhere lively and grand. A place worthy of the Carnival, not some dreary, dull corner. Decadence, indulgence. That's the Carnival. A vivid daydream and grand illusion for all.
Whatever you're plotting, I will not let it happen.
No need to worry. I won't disrupt their little daydream. Besides, we still have business to do here. Now that you know what makes the Sentinel so unique, you should know we seek the same thing. That extraordinary resonator. How about I share a little story with you? A gesture of goodwill for our cooperation.
Not interested.
It's fine. I do appreciate the noble lady's sentiment. A wise investment often bears fruit in the most unexpected ways. We're simply spreading the truth through a tale. I'm certain it will pique your interest. So consider this a heartfelt invitation to you and your companions. Join us. Pour your essence into this endless play, and use your humble strength to defy the raging current of fate. The stage is set, and the curtain rises. Actors, the moment to dazzle has arrived. The magic is ready to unfold.
As anticipated, the Fraxidus is on the move.
Now, remember the rehearsal we did yesterday? All our preparations have led to this very moment.
She intends to use those Lycorises to summon and control the Tacit Discords. If we destroy the Lycorises, we can neutralize them.
Everyone is in position. We'll manage the West Plaza. Phoebe is stationed at the East Plaza, keeping an eye on things. The main stage is all yours for the grand performance.
To ensure the performance runs smoothly,
I'll take care of the lighting and create the mood to make the performance stand out.
Leave that to me. Ready? The spotlight will be on you two.
let's go, partner.
The curtain has been lifted. We can't keep our audience waiting.
Then?
Ladies and gentlemen, the grandest and most spectacular performance of the Carnival is about to commence. Let us give a warm round of applause as our actors now take the stage. An unending darkness cloaks the kingdom as monstrous beasts ravage the land. The Holy Maiden has been captured by the Demon King, and chaos descends. But lo, two valiant heroes step forth, accepting the Minister's quest, vowing to vanquish the beasts and rescue. Heroes breach the first barrier, sweeping away the monsters within the city. Now, they advance toward the Demon King's castle, where peril awaits at every corner. What trials lie ahead? No wall can deter these free spirits. Even the stars seem to cheer on.
Exercise caution. New enemies have appeared.
Demon King unleashes its minions, long awaiting these audacious intruders.
Disperse. Hopefully this helps. Sounds come forth. The end has come.
My compliments. Still recognize me? Surrender quickly and swiftly. Hit! Not even close. Victory favors me. Don't confront them head on. Can you keep up?
Woo!
So impudent display. Stubbornness.
They launch a fierce assault, intent on crushing the heroes and grinding them to dust.
Watch out! Now!
A sudden twist unbalanced the heroes. Then at this crucial moment, a mysterious figure enters the fray. A divinity sent emissary? Or a spirit from the shadows, perhaps? She seems moved by their passion and righteousness. See her join the heroes' ranks.
Ah, how delightful. I await your shallow, bated breath.
It seems the Demon King anticipated the hero's arrival and has gladly extended an invitation. With unyielding determination, the heroes accept the challenge. The Demon King reveals itself at last, exposing its hideous visage and sharp fangs. The final showdown is nigh! The Demon King summons its foul army, poised for a climactic battle with the heroes. The victor will soon be revealed.
Every story needs drama.
heroes face the Demon King. Victory belongs to the righteous and the brave! And now, we await the Holy Maiden's return.
And so we arrive at the happily ever after, yes? But we do not live in a fairy tale. There is no playwright to script a happy ending for us. What lies behind the curtain is but a cruel jest, a dark satire. Let me reveal the truth behind that idyllic ending. The Holy Maiden has long succumbed to darkness, drawing power from a heretical force and leading her people into depravity. And the minister, having uncovered this truth, has vowed to root out this corruption himself. Come now, let us embrace the grand climax of this revelry.
Wind, guide me.
Seems we've received another invitation. The final stage likely lies beyond this point. Are you prepared?
I am fully prepared.
Don't worry. Brant will manage everything within the city and make sure the performance proceeds smoothly as planned. Let us proceed to meet that Fraxidus overseer and deliver a flawless performance for the Carnival.
So this is going to be a boss fight.
The wildcat has sounded thrice, and the hedgehog four. The peculiar bird sings. The moment is upon us. O benevolent sorceress of realms unknown, I summon you. Grant us the just prophecy, and may fate favor us all. The night veils the world in darkness, while the feast captivates all. Yet you remain clear-eyed amidst this revelry. The honeyed wine has clouded their senses and quenched their flames of avarice. Yet it has stoked your bravery and kindled the fire within your heart. I shall unveil the first prophecy and shatter these burdensome stones. Abandon the trifles of sentiment, and you shall ascend the throne. To achieve this, a sacrifice of fresh blood has demanded, a purge of the Holy Maiden and all heretics.
Time for some crowd work! Stubbornness. Still ready. recognize me? Glory demands more.
The end has come.
My king, what halts your advance? You have already tainted your feet in the river of blood. There is no retreat. The path born of injustice must be fortified with further transgressions. The soul must be steeled in bitterness. Thus, I unveil my second prophecy to dispel all illusions. No mortal shall inflict upon you even the slightest harm. And assuredly, you shall find favor with your people.
Keep it together. Sounds come one with the sounds. Moment of resonance.
My compliments. Help me deliver. Improv performance. I'll warm up the crowd. Smooth weapons.
Holy cow!
Is that it? Still recognize me? Victory favors me. Improvise. Yeah. In the name of the Montellis.
Defy destiny, mock both life and death, and rise beyond good and evil. Abandon all doubt and grasp at unreachable hopes. Now, hear the third and final prophecy. Pleasurable violence shall end in violence.
Can you keep up? Still recognize me? I'll warm up the crowd. Surrender. Aerial stunt. Tempest show. Mamma mia. Avanti. Figurati.
Swift and resolute. One with the sounds. The hour is upon us. I sense your weakness.
My compliment. Still recognize me? The world is mine. Masterpiece complete. Still recognize me?
Swift and
Stand down.
resolute.
Improv performance.
Ooh, that was close.
What a pity. The prophecy says the king will not take his final bow in this act. Reality beckons. Have you glimpsed the truth in this dream? 2 prophecies fulfilled, but the third? I await to see how you will rewrite it.
can set the Cetus free. We'll give this performance the perfect finale.
Splendid performance. It's almost time for the final bow, but the symphony between us has only just begun its overture.
I got sleep in my eye.
You should take center stage for the final bow.
Hear that? The thunderous roar of applause. Oh, it has been far too long. This is the true essence of the Carnival.
At last, the crisis has been resolved.
They're cheering for us all.
Lord Arbiter, I have heard thy call. I have awaited thee for what seems like an eternity.
I have many questions for you.
Lord Arbiter, I am ensnared. Beyond the clouds and among the stars, thou shalt find an inverted tower suspended in the sky. I am there, watching over Solaris from above. The lost doth wander briefly amongst thy kind. Seek her out. She, too, doth move within the fold of the
Search for the mysterious girl in the crowd.
The next move is... Am I getting this right? feels a bit off.
Try stepping back with your left foot first. Like I know anything about dancing. Try stepping back with your left foot first.
You are... No, never mind. Anyway, your performance was splendid. I'm here for the carnival as well. It's been ages since I've seen something as grand as this. I love hearing the laughter and cheers of a crowd, no matter the occasion. Kind stranger, could you show me those final steps from your curtain call?
Your test mark is glowing.
I'm sorry, but I can't stay here any longer. I must return.
Can you tell me your name before you go?
My name? It's... No. I'm Cartothea. Yes, that's right. Cartothea. Farewell, Laureate. I hope that someday I might stand on stage with your troupe.
Are you all right? Some family members mentioned you were speaking to a wall. I'm worried you might still be under Frivola's spell. See who? Are you truly all right?
There was a girl here just now. She got herself Carthea. I don't know how you say it. Carthea. The Sentinel led me to a girl just now. Carthea.
I'll make a note of it. If she was indeed here, she is likely still in Raguna. I will have my family start searching.
We should let the carnival continue as planned.
There's still many unresolved questions regarding the Order and the Sentinel. We need time to sort through what we've gathered. Rushing into action now might only alert the Order's spies and disrupt what we've worked so hard to protect.
You're right. Cartothea. I will have my family find out more about her.
Carthea. Okay. Carthea.
If we find out anything, I'll contact you, and we can discuss our next steps together. Until then, as you suggested, let's keep this carnival going.
Were you awake, Rover? I trust you had a restful sleep. We have uncovered some new information about the Sentinel. Please join us at the family safe house. I've sent the address to your terminal. Brant and Rotia are also here. We are awaiting your arrival.
Okay, so let me go ahead and get my trophies here. Claim all of those. Is there anybody worth convening for? Let's see. Oh, holy cow. It's really fun. Oh, ooh, I want her. I want Lene.
Ranger Donjing. Worry not. My Crimson Blade will not harm you as long as you haven't done anything bad.
Hmm. I want Lene. I got 5 more times to try to pull for her, though. Maybe she'll give me a pity pull. 3 more times to try to pull for her. Last time.
Ranger Donjing. Worry not. My Crimson Blade will not harm you as long as you haven't done anything bad.
Done got you. Go away.
Gotta...
I've only got 7 more days to try to pull for her, so. Nope. Free 10 convene. All right, let's try this. Yoo-hoo, I've got you. Go away. I don't have you. All right. Anyway, continuing on. So your daughter likes stuff like this, right?
Raise your glasses! Shout it loud, friends! To us! To the Carnival! And to our very own laureate! A name that echoes through the world, destined to roam the skies before shaking the earth!
Here, here, that's me.
Don't be fooled by how he looks. Brant is already deep in his cups, drunk as a skunk. Oh, let him enjoy himself. The taste of victory is still fresh, and after such a battle, we should celebrate to the fullest. Drink your fill, everyone. This round's on me. I see someone's been eavesdropping.
Looks like we've attracted some unwanted attention.
A devout acolyte wouldn't enter such a place without a good reason. The Montelli family is known for its hospitality, but freeloaders will not find us so welcoming.
Friends, let's keep the mood lively!
Come, let's discuss the information we've gathered so far. During the carnival, you heard the Sentinel's voice and found a girl named Cartathea. We've dug up some information on her. In the Order, every high-ranking acolyte is given a new name. We contacted the acolyte Phoebe. After some digging in the Order's records, she confirmed that before taking on her holy title, the Blessed Fleur-de-Lis was called Cartathea.
So she is the Sentinel's resonator.
But the Blessed Maiden, she martyred herself 20 years ago.
Does someone pretend to be her?
The family will uncover the truth. The only remaining clue is the inverted tower you mentioned hearing about from the Sentinel. But even that feels elusive. Judging by your expression, you must have discovered something new, right? Do you recall what we learned from the stained glass in the tower ruins? There were two divinities at the dawn of Renacita. If one refers to the Sentinel, then the other, who could stand alongside them, might be the Threnodian. The two are undoubtedly linked, so uncovering one could lead us to the other. Remember Gilberto from the Physalia family? It took a lot to get him to talk, but we finally got some information from him. As he tells it, the Physalia family's long-revered deity is none other than Leviathan, the Threnodian from the sea's depths.
They worship the Threnodian?
It's hard to believe, I know. But recent events have only reinforced what we discovered from the stained glass. The The Phasalia family has been on this island since the founding of Renacida, so their worship of the Threnodian may have persisted for centuries. We will attempt to establish contact with the Phasalias to build an alliance and gather more intelligence.
Do you think they'll be willing?
Rest assured, negotiation is what we do best. If necessary, we'll present them with an offer they can't refuse.
Excuse me for the interruption. Greetings, esteemed guest. The Primus wishes to invite you for a conversation at the Cathedral of Mercury. Would you be so inclined?
How curious. Since when has the Primus become so interested in social calls?
It could very well be a trap.
I'm merely conveying the Primus's invitation. The choice is yours.
Perfect timing. I have many questions for him.
Remember, you're not alone. If anything happens, just let us know.
Very well. Please follow me to the Cathedral of Mercury.
Let's ride the wing ray.
Wind, guide me.
Never before have I seen a day so steeped in both shadow and light. The birds sing, the flowers bloom, yet this world knows neither true joy nor eternity. Come closer, righteous one. There's no need for hesitation. I am Fenrico, the Primus of the Order of the Deep. Your deeds have reached my ears, and I have long wished to meet you. Alas, the burdens of this world delayed our meeting until now. I beg your pardon for the wait. Please accept my respect for you. You and your troop have shown great talent and ambition, breathing new life into Raguna. I ask you to deliver this message to your companions. From this day forth, the troop shall have permanent rights to perform within the city.
Even if they're all fools?
All mortals stumble, but through pilgrimage, they have cleansed their souls and atoned for their transgressions. They have earned their right to return to this divinely blessed land. I understand that questions weigh on your heart. In the presence of a just divinity, speak freely, and I will answer with all the honesty I possess. By the great Sentinel Imperator, I swear to you, there shall be no deceit in my words.
I want to meet the Sentinel Imperator.
You have walked a path similar to theirs. Indeed, you have the right to meet them. However, due to the Dark Tide 2 decades ago, the Sentinel's body was gravely wounded and remains in a state of recovery. If you wish to meet them, I will convey your request. I see the thirst for truth in your eyes. It is clear that doubts still linger in your heart. Please, voice your concerns.
Tell me about the blessed Lord Elias.
Fleur de Lis. She was the emissary of the Sentinel, and we are grateful for her contributions. 20 years ago, during the Dark Tide, she sacrificed herself to seal the calamity. She fulfilled her duties in this world and returned to the divine embrace.
Return to the divine embrace.
Do you know how the Dark Tide came into being? In Rinascita, wars were waged in the name of faith, tearing apart the Sentinel as our faith divided, weakening their divine power. The Dark Tide's true essence is the divine blood shed from the Sentinel's wounds. That tragic past left deep scars, and with their divine power drained, they could not prevent the Dark Tide's surge 20 years ago. The Blessed Maiden chose to martyr herself. She once again resonated with the Sentinel and, through her sacrifice, restored some of their divine power, bringing an end to the Dark Tide. Yet, the Sentinel remains in a state of healing and still requires a mortal representative. Following the Blessed Maiden's departure, I was granted new authority to cleanse the aftermath of the Dark Tide. I received the divinity's blessing and became the new Enlightened One. By their will, I fulfill the tasks left unfinished in this world. Therefore, we must unify all beliefs, ensuring the purity and unity of our will to prevent another tragedy.
Reflect on the Blessed Maiden's second resonance with the Sentinel.
He said she once again resonated with the Sentinel. Was that really a second resonance awakening? Sentinel Jue had a trial with Genshi, but my permission was needed to transfer the Sentinel's power.
You're hiding things from me.
I swear, my words are without deceit. I see in your eyes that you have walked further on the path of justice than I anticipated. Oh, dear Sentinel, please forgive my transgressions. The Dark Tide brought us a blood-stained lesson. To keep our people from faltering, I bound myself to silence, locking away what I witnessed on that fateful day. Fleur de Lis, the unrighteous, deceived us all. She was not the Blessed Maiden chosen by the Sentinel. The true maiden has yet to reveal herself.
Why do people believe she was the Blessed Maiden?
You must know that a being capable of rivaling our divinity exists in this world. Humanity's eternal adversary, the evil of all civilizations, the Threnodian. As the Sentinel has their resonator, so does the Threnodian. Fleur de Lis was shaped, both body and spirit, by our ancient enemy. Her actions were intended to plunge this city into fear and chaos. This is the truth I witnessed. Fleur de Lis was the Threnodian's resonator.
All right, give me just a second. I want to see how much more quests we got in this chapter, because I still am not feeling the greatest.
How can that be? That Blessed Maiden. Could she really be the Threnodian's resonator? What if the Primus's words were a bunch of baloney? But we saw Cardathea following the Sentinel's instructions. They wouldn't mix up their own resonator, right? Now my head hurts. Who was she really with? The Sentinel or the Threnodian?
He definitely seemed like he was hiding something important.
Well, probably won't get any more answers from him.
All the clues we've gathered so far point to the Threnodian, and the Phasalia family worships the Threnodian. We'll have to wait for Carlotta to arrange an audience with them. Something tells me this Carnival is just the beginning. There's more ahead. I'm sure of it.
Frolova, you do have a knack for indulging in pointless little chores.
Why, there's no rule against an actor making good use of the intermission. Besides, I haven't disrupted your arrangement, have I? The one from a faraway land who discerns the truth dares to raise their sword against the divine. In response, the slumbering gods break free from their shackles, revealing their true forms. The possibility of the second resonance awakening is now a certainty, so we just need to see if that special resonator truly exists. Was the Blessed Maiden a resonator for the Sentinel or the Threnodian? Or both? If so, oh, a resonator capable of wielding both powers. I am eager to see how this story ends. Cristoforo, if you don't want to spoil the next act, I might have to give your carefully crafted plot a little nudge. Speaking of which, that rover shines brighter than anyone else in your play. Do you find him interesting as well?
Frolova, it seems we walk different paths. I don't share your fondness for that sort of puppet theater. I merely place the characters on their stage and they act out their fates, driven by their own volition. To remain courageous amidst absurdity. To pursue a spark of divine grace. This, to me, is the truest essence of humanity. Don't you think? Even the most pristine cadence of death pales beside the untamed, fervent, and tenacious spirits of the living. In their journey, they resolutely overcome all obstacles. They pursue, they tear, they burn, simply because they desire to. I think you should leave your secluded mansion. Take a walk and listen to the voices scattered across the world.
Perhaps. From Huanglong to Rinasita, he has indeed added a few unexpectedly beautiful notes to my symphony.
I am certain that, even without any direction, he will walk the path that destiny has laid before him. All things ascend toward a singular point of convergence, and what awaits at the end is immortality before the tides of fate. We are all but humble servants.
Hello? Do you mind dropping by the Strand when you have time? Ben and Bartolino are away, and they put me in charge of the welcoming proceedings. I'm feeling a bit nervous about it. Part of me just wants to crawl into my box. Pero is all stressed out because of me. Pero. I tend to fumble with words when talking to people. I'm worried I won't do a good job accommodating everyone. If the laureate himself were here, I wouldn't be so nervous. It would make things easier. So, as our new laureate, we need your help.
Okay, so let's see how many story bases are in that mission. Let's see. Give me a second here. All right, let's see how long it takes to complete this one. It's okay. I've got a little bit of a code. Okay. Yeah, we're probably going to end it here because the Maiden, the Defier, and the Crier, that quest that Rosia is wanting us to start, that's 4 hours long. That is 4 hours long. But I am off for 2 more weeks, so I can get on a little earlier tomorrow and get started. Because we haven't even touched the surface yet. I mean, I'm only, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and claim everything. Okay. We are not even halfway through. We're only like 20% done. This is a live game, so they are always adding more stuff. But yeah. Unfortunately, y'all, I am feeling a little bit under the weather. We almost got 2 hours in, though. And then we'll do a rundown tomorrow of where we got to. And we will go from there. But I will be back on tomorrow. I'm going to take some medicine, probably try to sleep. Another reason I don't feel good is because I've been up for almost 48 hours. With other than a couple of hours of sleep here and there. I know why I'm not feeling good. But like I said, we will start the Maiden, the Defier, and the Death Crier task tomorrow. And then go from there. So the carnival is still going on. I'm just curious of what's going to happen next. So if you guys are interested, Right, so you can come back tomorrow. I'll probably get started pretty early tomorrow night. Probably go live about 6, and at least do the main quest and go from there, because I'm absolutely enjoying the game. I really am. I'm having a really good time with it. I just, like I said, I'm feeling a bit under the weather, unfortunately, but that's part of it. But like I said, I'll be back on tomorrow about 5 or 6. Jump scare incoming, by the way. But I will be back on tomorrow. Hope you all have a good Thursday. Hope the remainder of your week goes well. And remember, you guys are loved. Y'all matter. Every single one of y'all have a purpose. Y'all are beautiful and handsome. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Pray for yourself. Love each other. Pray for each other. And take care of one another. And I didn't have no trouble tonight with my stream. So I will change my moderation settings tomorrow. But I love y'all, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.